If your kids or kids that you care about eat school lunches, friends, you need to hear this update. We got important information from insiders. We have food plant layoff reports. We have people's information being compromised in more healthcare hacks that you need to be aware of. U.S. military is running out of a key munition. We'll discuss. And the Kroger meat lady is going to give us the real scoop on what's happening with the turkeys. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are your updates that you guys are sending in on what is going on out there in the world, what's happening in your neighborhood, what's happening at your jobs, letting us know behind the scenes critical information before it happens. Please do keep your updates coming in. If you have an update, make sure you use the word update somewhere in your comment. That gets it to the right place. It can be on this video or any video on this channel. Make sure it's this channel though. And make sure you give us a geographical location if that is relevant to your comment. Before we dive in, we do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They help people who have retirement accounts to get invested, not in stocks, not in bonds, but their retirement accounts in gold, silver, or platinum. You have the option of putting things in your IRA or 401k. That will actually protect you from what is coming. If you want to find out more, there'll be a link at the end of the video for you to find out more from Jonathan and his team. All right, the Wall Street Journal out there is reporting that the U.S. is running low on air defense missiles. Not only that, but, you've been hearing about that here on this channel for quite a while. I've been talking about shooting down a $70,000 drone with a $2 million missile. That's kind of crazy. But the Wall Street Journal did have some numbers that some aggregate numbers that we haven't had. They're claiming that in the Yemen area alone, the U.S. Navy has fired more than 100 interceptors now, or over $1.8 billion worth of just missiles. That's not the cost to operate the frigates and destroyers. That's not any air-launched missiles. This is just Navy standard missile block interceptors being launched, over $1.8 billion. Protecting U.S. Navy ships? No. Protecting U.S. cargo ships? No. Protecting just random ships out there from countries that aren't defending their own ships. Yeah, that's basically what we're doing. The United States is protecting everyone else's ships and not charging them a dime. $1.8 billion, that's a lot of money. YouTube. YouTube has blocked the search on the Joe Rogan Trump podcast. So it got like 34 million views or something like that in the first 48 hours. And then suddenly people noticed that when you search Joe Rogan Trump, or any kind of keywords that you would think would bring up that podcast, nothing. Lots of commentary, lots of reactions, shorter reactions, but the actual video itself. Now, I thought for once, maybe the video's been taken down. I went to Joe Rogan's site, his channel, and nope, it's still there. It's still there. But YouTube has been burying it in search. So what Joe Rogan did was he just put it up on Twitter, on X. This is blatant election interference. As a side note, can you guess the company that has donated more money to Special K's campaign than any other company in the world? If you guessed YouTube Google, you would be correct. Funny how their search just doesn't seem to work for this one episode. Just this one episode. Works for the rest of his channel, just not this episode. Crazy how that is. U.S. State Department has alerted Congress that Iranian spy teams are now targeting Trump surrogates and other former Trump officials for being taken out. They are being asked asking Congress to provide security teams to these other people who are being targeted now. Serious, serious things. This is the U.S. State Department, okay? This isn't just some random people or whatever claiming this. U.S. State Department has reported to Congress on this. On to you guys' reports here. Kathy in Northeast Wisconsin. Today, Pepsi Cola in Chicago closed down Monday. People went into work yesterday only to be told to clean out their locker and leave. About 200 people lost their jobs, left them shocked and out of a job. We are having different closures here from food manufacturers. United Healthcare Company had a bad breach in cyber attack. We received the notification about the breach of our information being hacked. They said that they would provide a free alert if our credit gets hacked. Be aware, when they do that, they provide that free credit monitoring or whatever, you sign away your right to be part of a class action lawsuit. There is a cost. It's not free. You are waiving your right to sue them. My thoughts. Well, aren't they generous? A little, maybe. Gee, just a little humor in a crazy situation. Good grief. Thank you, Steve. The viewer who talked about Optum is right. Been living the repercussions of the insurance nightmare. Yeah, they're changing insurance rules out there and what they're covering. Stay on top of these things, friends. If you're dependent upon your health insurance, make sure that you read everything they send you. I know. Believe me, I know. You want to tear your eyeballs out, given the tiny print and pages upon pages of craziness. But you got to do it. You got to do it. Danny says, I am a delivery driver in Maryland and deliver food to 2 public school systems. I can honestly say that the food our government is feeding our children can only be described as poison. The ingredients list for all the items are a mile long and require a PhD just to pronounce. Please send your children to school with a homemade lunch if possible. That's if you think that they're getting healthy food at school, that's not how it's working. That's not how it's working, friends. Jasperg says, I drive a dedicated route hauling Campbell's soup and have been doing the same route for over 10 years. My company has just cut several of our relays, and we have been told Campbell's is going to start hauling some of their products now by rail car. Not sure where the trains will be taking it and what the impact will be on our jobs. We're having this conversation about what's going on with Campbell's because most people are noticing that the Campbell's soup section has gotten really small just recently. The whole soup sections. Mickey says, I was at Walmart in Mount Laurel, New Jersey this morning. The soup aisle is now more of a soup area. A small amount of Campbell's soup on shelf and 0 store brand. The soup area was no more than 20 feet and had about 4 varieties, mostly chicken noodle and cream of chicken. Most of the soup cans were also severely dented. This is a Walmart. That's not how the soup section usually looks at Walmarts. I've been to quite a few Walmarts in covering things for this channel. When I've traveled, I've been jumping into Walmarts to take pictures, and you know, you've seen some of those updates over the years. And so I've been to quite a few Walmarts now, and intentionally looking at their sections of food and stuff like that. So most places have a fairly decent soup section, but not anymore. Jacqueline in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Sam's Club this weekend, no cottage cheese, only name brand toilet paper, no generic toilet papers. Fresh fish section basically empty as well. D Freak says update, yep. Discussing the central bank digital currency rollouts disguised as payment programs or payment methods. Yeah. Yep, Chase Bank rolled out Pays a while ago. I've started looking into Pays. I'm going to try to give you a more thorough report in a little bit. But let's just say it smells a little off. Kelly says, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. I tried for 5 days straight to get 2 Butterball turkeys with no success at Walmart. They are advertising that they have them when they don't. Friends, I'm talking about the turkey shortages, and we got another update coming in here in just a second here. But yeah, there seems to be issues with turkeys this year. I'm not saying go out and panic. I'm not saying go crazy yet, but it looks like we're hearing enough things that I'm saying that there's strain on the system, and the people that are in the know are being told that there may not be enough. Take that for what you will. We'll see the mainstream media covering this next month, just like they always do. This channel is always ahead of the curve, and we keep you there because it's important. That's the whole point of warning, right? Is to get it to you before it happens, not after. Patty says the FDA egg cage-free thing is also in Colorado as well. All eggs are supposed to be cage-free by January 1st, 2025. Egg producers housing more than 3,000 hens need to comply. The packaging also needs to state whether it's organic or cage-free. The stores won't be allowed to sell regular eggs. They just can't let a chicken be a chicken. Find a local farm who sells eggs, water glass, the excess in the excess times. Too much government interference. Believe you me, I think we all agree on too much government interference. Now, having hens being able to go out and eat grass and eat bugs, great stuff. I think we all are in favor of that and want to have our eggs like that, not where they're locked in a little cage and force-fed corn. You know, that's not healthy, not good. We want chickens to have healthy, happy lives. I mean, you know, we don't need to be an animal rights activist to say that we want happy animals who have decent lives, who are becoming our food, who are eating healthy stuff, right? Joan says, update, yes, Steve, in Northeast Pennsylvania, no block cheese to be had at our local Walmart. Imagine that. Imagine going to Walmart and you can't find a block of cheese. That would be concerning, wouldn't it? I mean, that's one of the things I often get. Also, shortages on almonds. Prices are insane in our area with butter at $6 a pound. That's Northeast Pennsylvania, or more in some places. It's getting commonplace to walk out with very little food for $300. What will people with families do? God bless. Do you know families who are struggling? Can you make sure that they get a little extra? You know, back in the day, it used to be where you leave a bag on their doorstep, right? So that they don't lose face, and so they can just have what they need. Let's bring back those times, right? Where if you know somebody in need or a family in need, help them however you can with buying a little bit extra and giving it to them if you can. Matthew says, I am in Washington State, went to Fred Meyer today, and a literal 3-foot receipt spat out in the register. Now, if you go to CVS, you're like, okay, yeah, we get those receipts with all the coupons on them. Not coupons, friends. There were dozens and dozens of item recalls on the receipt. 3 foot of recalls, and there were over 50 of them. That's not good, friends. Watch those recalls. Bonnie says, from Frankfort, Kentucky, went to Kroger this morning. Eggs had empty spots. Kentucky. Hamburger, sausage, also empty spots. talked to the meat lady that was stocking. I asked her about turkeys. Let's listen to what she has to say. She said she just ordered some and was told she might get them. Might. That's concerning right there. I mean, like, Thanksgiving's coming, right? She might get them. And if so, if she gets them, might not be getting any more. They are running low. That's what she's being told by corporate Kroger. Okay? That's not Steve making stuff up. That's not some random article or whatever blowing something out of proportion. That's a Kroger meat lady saying she's been told by corporate that they are running low. So guess the USDA report was right that you told us about. Thank you. All right, friends, I can only warn you. You can do what you want to do. But like I said, there are turkeys. From what we're hearing from the USDA, we're talking about 6 to 10% decrease in turkeys. So just imagine, out of 100 people, 6 to 10 people who want a turkey are going to go home without a turkey. And there's going to be squabbling and fighting over them and everything like that. So when you see the good discounts, because there's going to be loss leaders coming, if they're not already in your area, when you see a turkey, if you have the freezer space, just get the turkey early. Get the turkey early. Let other people fight over them on the week leading up to Thanksgiving. Okay, so if you're used to waiting for like a really deep discount right before Thanksgiving as they're trying to unload their turkeys, probably not a great idea. But then again, we're all adults here, so you can choose for you and your family. But if you want to find out more from Genesis Gold about what you can do with your retirement account, there's a link right there. Just click on that, fill out your information, and they'll get in contact with you. If you want to check out another video from the channel, there's one right up there. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of The Poplar Report out.